Uh, Not many drivers. We have 5 for qualifying, but 6 for the races. We have confirmed that Melvin is going to come from the back of the grid for the next race. So here we go then. All drivers still in the pits, nobody leaving the garage yet. So first one to go out, it'll be Erdy, as he is out of the pits for his first run, and I can't see what tires is he on. He's on the softs. So Erdy, first driver to go out on the softs. There's one of the McLarens as well coming out, and that is Single Glory, also on the softs. So both drivers out of the track now on the soft tires. We'll wait for the others as they select what tire they're going to start on. So Schumacher going out to the garage as well. ASDF Kimi is out as well, so we're just waiting on Yannick to leave the garage. So Erdy will be the first one to cross the line. He raced yesterday in FTRS Tier 1. Things didn't quite go the way he wanted to. And Kimi also raced yesterday in Tier 1. And he went better, he went P9. But both a lap down. So here we go then with Erdy. He's down the main straight. DRS open. You see Yannick leaving the garage for his first run. See Erdy going out into turn 1. It goes a little bit wide in turn 2. Going into turn 3 now. Not really flat out. And that first sector will be a 22.5. How about Single Glories coming up? Oh, he invalidated it, apparently. So 22.5 for Erdy. He's the only one to have finished the first sector of his flying lap so far. Single Glory, yeah, there's not even a data for his time. We're gonna see ACF Kimi on the mediums, going around in turns 1 and 2. Going into turn 3, very tight indeed going into it. And that first sector will be a 22.4. He beat Erdy, and Erdy, how did he go? He did 53.0 at the end of sector 2, as he now comes to the end of the third and final sector of this track. Erdy out of the final corner, going out into the main straight. DRS open, he's going to do a 121.7. Now, how about ASDF Kimi? Erdy did a 53.0 on the second sector, and Kimi's going to do a 52.6. Also for Schumacher, did a 23.4, so not very good lap for Schumacher. Yannick has just begun his lap. How about Kimi? And Kimi's going around on sector 3. Around the last corners of the sector. Here he goes. Through the curb, and here comes Kimi down to the line, and he's gonna do a 20.3. That is the fastest lap of today. Schumacher 55.3 on the third sector. And here we go then, out onto the main straight. This is not going to be a really fast lap by him. As you see Yannick, 51.7, that's the absolute best Sector 2 I've seen today. Yannick absolutely flying compared to those guys. Oh, and he's invalidated it. Oh no. That was looking to be such a good lap by him. That's a big bottle. And Single Glory is on a flying lap. He's supposed to have done a mistake somewhere. Oh, now he did. Goes onto that curb, nearly spins out. So Kimi's still in P1 and Single Glory has left the track. He's probably going to come back to the pits right now. So he's going to give up on this lap and wait for the other one, the Solus Yannick, who invalidated it. Kimi rushing back to the pits. So be careful with the wall. I thought it was going to hit for the wall hit the wall for once. Schumacher and out into the last sector, and he is going to go back to the pits. No, he isn't. Stays out. He's going to improve on his lap, I think, but not much. He's going to do 24.6. Will maintain his position. Yep. Oh, and Sebastian Russo's joined, so he is going to go for the race, and that is brilliant. One more driver than planned. That's great. So Yannick on his out lap, Schumacher the only one on the flying lap. So Schumacher out onto sector 3. Is he going to improve on that sector? No, he's 1 second down. He must be going back to the pits. Yannick the only car out onto the track as well. Oh no, there's Single Glory now. And on his outlap, Yannick also on the outlap. Yannick did the best first and second sector on the last time round, but he got it invalidated in the third. So Yannick going out on the third sector, beginning his lap. Oh, and there's another car coming out of the pits just now, and that it's Kimi and the McLaren. The driver with the fastest time so far. I'll just read the comments in a few seconds. I'll just wait for Yannick's lap to complete, and he goes wide off in turn 3. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. He goes out 22.5 on the first sector. Not very good for him, as I think Kimi did a 22.3 or 4. So he goes out in sector 2 now, looking to get the time that he lost, looking to get it back. So everything looking smooth so far for Yannick, and goes out onto the end of sector 2 with the DRS, and that's going to be a 52.0, the same as Kimi. So he needs to improve on Kimi's sector 3 if he wants to be on provisional pole. So he goes out onto sector 3 now. Long turn now. It's going to be the 90 degrees turns here. 3 corners to go on this lap for Yannick. We'll see if he's going to get pole or not. Yannick out to the final corner. What is this going to be? Is this going to be provisional pole? Yes, it is. A 1:19.5. And a brilliant lap by him. Puts him on provisional pole. How about Single Glory? Single Glory out on a 54.2. Not very good through sector 2 indeed. He'll soon finish his lap, but just take a look at ASCF Kimi, who is beginning his lap right now. He's looking to get his provisional pole back from Yannick, and he's improving on the first sector by 2/10. So that was a brilliant first sector by him. Kimi then onto sector 2, looking to get that pole back from Yannick. A Single Glory goes out to a 23.2. And how is he going to do in sector 2, Kimi? It'll be a 52.2. He's improving on his lap. So around sector 3, really going for it here. He's looking to get that pole really much from Yannick. If he does not get it invalidated, he'll at least improve his time. So out to the final corner, and he's going to go into the main straight, opening the DRS, and what is that going to be? A 193. That's the fastest lap of the day. Beautiful sector 3. And he is on provisional pole. Yannick back to the pits. He's going to have one more run to try and beat Kimi. Erdi improves on his time by 2/10. Single Glory rushing back to the pits. Schumacher improving on his time. So, quite a hectic qualifying between those 5 drivers, isn't it? So, he's in a 53.9. He's improving on his time. Runs a little too wide onto, is that the first corner of sector 3? And what is that going to be? He gets out really steep through the chicane. Out to the final corner now. What is this going to be? A 23.2. Really close to Single Glory's time, but fails to match it. Erdi looking to be on a good lap as well. So that is not the best lap we've seen today, but he may just improve on that 21.5. No, he's not going to improve. 21.8. So Kimi on provisional pole with 5 minutes to go on qualifying. So Schumacher out to the final corner. Is he going to improve on his 23.2 and eventually beat Single Glory? No. So stays in. Oh no, he has retired. Right there in the 3rd sector, Erdi has retired. So Yannick on the outlap just passed by Erdi's crashed car. So Erdi's qualifying is over. He's going to have a 21.5 for the race. It'll be a long run down to turn 1, so whoever is on the front row is going to have some advantage, and I'll look for some luck to get it done on the first sectors. So here goes Yannick now, starting his flying lap. He raced in F1 for season 2 in Spain and got a great 4th place for Racing Point. That was Racing Point's best finish of the year by Yannick. No one else from Racing Point achieved the podium on that season. That was quite a disastrous season for Racing Point. Now he does a 21.9. That is a brilliant first sector. Kimi did a 22.1, so he is beating him by 2/10 so far. Only on the first sector. He just can't bottle his lap like he did on the first one. So how is he going to do for the rest of the lap? Everything looking smooth. He's going to go around the final corner of sector 2 now with the DRS. What is that going to be? Kimi did a 52.2 and he's going to go 51.4. That's better than his first run that he did a 51.6, but unfortunately bottled it and invalidated the lap. So now he's going to go around the final 3 corners of this track. It's one chicane and one high speed to the right now, and everything looking to be great for Yannick. He's going to go out to the line, and that is a 1:18.5. He improves nearly a second on his previous lap, and he is now 8/10 ahead of Kimi. What a lap that was. So, Single Glory, no signs to go out yet. The battle apparently will be between those two, Yannick and Kimi. And that 1:18.5 was really close to the time of F1, but yeah, it was on the mediums, but it is quite close actually. That would put him in second place in Tier 1, which would be really nice if he could participate, and unfortunately I think times did not allow him to. But now here comes Kimi down into turn 3, flat out. And what is the first sector going to be? He's improving but not beating Yannick. That's not the best sector of today overall. Kimi now onto sector 2. Is he going to be able to get the time back from Yannick? He's going to go out to the fast right-hander, the fast kink. And everything looking to be smooth, and he's going to go 51.4 as well. So he only needs to do a good sector 3 and match Yannick's time. So now Kimi through sector 3 with the chances of taking pole position. Yannick's not going to take another lap, so this is Kimi's turn to improve. It's now or never. He's going to go through the fast right-hander. What is that going to be? Opening the DRS, and he goes on to pole, 1:18.4. Kimi on pole for the Spanish Grand Prix. Single Glory and Schumacher are yet to cross the line. Single Glory on the mediums, giving it a try to at least start on another set, but Kimi on the last attempt was able to beat Yannick. That was a beautiful lap by Kimi that put him on pole position. So Single Glory apparently with no chances to snatch away pole from his teammate. He's going to do 53.0 on the second sector. He's improving on his time. That was one of the best second sectors we have seen today, but not the best. So now he goes round in sector 3. The time is down. We are out of time in qualifying. And Single Glory out now, crossing the line. Is he going to beat Eddie? No, but he's going to start on the medium tyres, which is really good news for him. So Schumacher is going to finish his lap right now. Can he beat Single Glory? No, he can't, but he will improve on his lap. No, he did not improve. So Kimi's in the pit, so that is it for qualifying. Kimi on pole, Yannick in second, Eddie in P3, Single Glory P4, and Schumacher in P5. Single Glory on the mediums will be the driver to watch out. So Kimi in the pits already, and that's qualifying over. I think it should end right now. Yes, it should. So, what a great lap by him. 1:18.4. That is 8/10 off the Tier 1 record. So we have Russo going to join for the race, and these are the results of qualifying. So Melvin unfortunately is not going to be able to participate from the race. So, yeah, only 6 drivers. The length of the race has been reduced to 50 to 25%. So, as we don't have many drivers, so onto the formation lap, 17 laps ahead of us. Kimi goes, Yannick, and everyone going away. Russo on the Ferrari, but technically he is the Haas on the championship. That's just because he missed qualifying. So 6th for him. And I wonder how the drivers behave onto turn 1. That has everything to be a really good race. And do we have Eddie and Single Glory already out of the formation lap? No, only Single Glory apparently. I know Schumacher is with him. So Kimi raced in F1 yesterday. Was that kind of a practice for him? That was an impressive lap by him. And by Yannick as well. Yannick's lap was not at all very bad. Both drivers giving their all. And it's likely going to be Kimi versus Yannick onto the whole race. Those 17 laps ahead of us will be full attention. So here we see a turn. Yeah, a turn. Because this is just absolutely fantastic from the game. So I'm sorry for that, I was just messing around. So Kimi going to start in P1, Yannick in P2. They're going out to form out the grid. Russo is going to be the last car to go up on the grid, and as he forms up, we are going to have the lights counting down for Kimi. He goes out on his grid slot. Kimi, everyone on his marks, and the lights are off. No, they aren't. A glitch in the game, and the lights are out, and away we go. Kimi has got quite a decent start. Yannick is now going to get back onto Kimi, onto Kimi's rear wing. Everything looking clean into turn 1. Erdi in P3. Russo's moved up into 4th place. Kimi still on the lead from Yannick, Erdi, Russo, Single Glory and Schumacher fell quite back on that start. Single Glory going wide. That's going to allow Schumacher to have a go at him. No, he's not. Russo had a good start, jumped out 2 places. So lap 1 of 17, Russo on the softs. So apparently it's only Single Glory on the medium tires. So Kimi is already getting a gap from Yannick. It's 1.0 seconds from Kimi to Yannick. It's already quite a big gap that he's been able to build. So going around in sector 3 right now for the first time on the race. And Kimi doing rather well on qualifying, did a 18.4. That was a brilliant lap by him. And he's going to end the first lap right now on the lead. The first lap led by Kimi on the lead. It's a 1.1 gap to Yannick. It's now going down to 1.8, then now 0.1, so the delta is a bit glitched. Erdi's in the pits. Yeah, Erdi in the pits, so I wonder why is he gonna do that? Is he gonna go for the hards, or did he have damage? He's going for the mediums. Oh, and Russo stopped on the track. Did he spin? Russo's now back going, but he's had something and he's now dropped back. So the delta, ignore that. That is completely off. So I wonder why is the delta completely glitched. We'll take it out for a little bit. So Kimi's still leading and having a distance of about 2 seconds to Yannick. So he's being able to build a gap. Can he win the preseason race and become the first tier 2 winner? Of course, not counting points, but that it's going to be a win for him, and it's going to count in his curriculum, just like Willis on tier 1 yesterday. So Kimi round the final corner of the second lap on those soft tires. How long can these softs make it? They'll probably bid at around lap 7 or 8. So Single Glory already on the podium places, Schumacher in 4th, Russo in the pits. Does he have a lot of damage to that car? I'm not pretty sure, but he's likely going to fix it if he does. Yeah, he's going to change his front wing. You can see he has some damage on the left side. Erdi has gone past him. And going into the mediums, can those mediums make it to the end? Single Glory is one to watch out as well. He's on the mediums already. He started on the medium tires, so he has quite a good chance of reaching out to those two in front. Yannick needs to pick up the pace a little bit to catch up to Kimi. Kimi now on lap 3. He's led everything so far, qualifying and race. Now I wonder what is Yannick going to do in this situation. Is he going to try to undercut Kimi? And how will he do that? How early will he pit? I think the game right now for the lead is on the pit strategy. The fastest lap is yeah, so now the delta's back and working, hopefully. So Yannick 2.0 behind Kimi. The gap is looking to be stable for the time being. Single Glory 7 seconds behind Yannick, but he'll get some laps led at least if he keeps on that gap, because he's on the mediums. He's going to take longer to pit. He'll probably pit about lap 11, maybe 12, or what do you think? That is going to be a tight strategy for him. So if Kimi does not do any mistakes, this race is on his hands. And Yannick dropped a little bit too far back this time. That 2.7 of the gap from Kimi to Yannick. So both of these two drivers pushing each other out. And Kimi round the chicane into the last turn and beginning the 5th lap of this Grand Prix. Russo's dropped quite a bit back compared to Erdi on the Toro Rosso. So Erdi is quite on a good position to take at least some places from the cars in front of him. You can see his yeah, this is going to be a tight battle between Erdi and Single Glory. I know Single Glory is going to go onto the softs, but right now Erdi's on fresher mediums, and he's going to gain time on Single Glory. Gap now 3.0 for the drivers in front. Kimi looking to have quite a stable gap. Does anybody have a penalty yet? You see by Kimi doesn't have a warning. Yannick has 1 warning. Single Glory has 2 warnings. Schumacher nothing, Erdi nothing, and Russo is nothing as well. So 1 warning for Yannick. If he gets 2 more, he gets a 3-second penalty, and Single Glory, if he gets 1 more, he gets a 3-second penalty. So Kimi, the guy to watch today, I'd say, out in front and pulling away from Yannick. You see Yannick going around sector 3, really bumpy indeed on those curbs. So he's going to cross the line 3.3 behind. So, Single Glory has got his third warning, which means he has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and that can cost him a position to Russo in the end. So the gap has been reduced a little bit. Yannick is apparently on a push to catch up to Kimi. He's now 3.0 behind. Has Kimi did a mistake or something? Oh, and look how he goes onto that curved line. Oh, and then Yannick nearly losing control of his car and going straight onto the wall. That was close for him, but he goes around in sector 3. And there's the yellow flag, and that is for Russo. Eventually spun out again on turns 1 and 2, and he has even more damage to his front wing, so his race has been already thrown out on the bin for Russo. That is not his day. Erdi is in contention for pole for oh, and Yannick in the pits. Yannick then gonna go for an undercut on Kimi. This is lap 7, so he's gonna get passed by Single Glory. Is he gonna get passed by Schumacher? I don't think so. He was 25 seconds back, so he's not gonna get passed by him. So Yannick has quite a margin for free air. Kimi now has a 23-second gap for Yannick, and I think it's obvious that Kimi is going to pit on this lap, and he's going to have fresher tyres to pull away even more from the racing point. We're going to watch out to that gap of 23.5. The pit stop here takes about 21. So Kimi at the moment should go out in first place, but with a reduced gap on the lead. So he's out onto sector 3 and probably pulling into the pits right now. See, yep, he's going in. So of course saw the undercut from Yannick, and now he's going to prevent himself from an overtake. Single Glory on the mediums will inherit the lead of the race, as he will stop later for those soft tires. Single Glory out onto the final turn, and he is going to go into the lead. Kimi still on the pits. Where is Yannick? Yannick versus Kimi. This will be tight. Going into turn 1, not really. Kimi able to get quite a gap as he leaves the pits. So fastest lap currently by Kimi at 1:21.6. Schumacher in the pits. Erdi will put on the gap to the leader now. Erdi 20 seconds behind him. So that pit stop is apparently been 20 seconds slower. So Single Glory will come out right on the back of Erdi, and no DNF so far. So Erdi, but he's on the he's gonna have the mediums for the end of the race, and he is in worn out mediums already. Single Glory even more worn out mediums, but Single Glory, it will pit for the soft, so he has a good chance of overtaking Erdi. However, Single Glory has a 3-second penalty. So this is the battle for the podium between Single Glory and Erdi. And I'm not pretty sure when is Single Glory going to pit, but the two McLarens really close to each other. No DRS. Is Single Glory going to let his teammate through? He's giving him slipstream, defending his place, and he goes. So team orders here. Single Glory lets his teammate through, and that can cost him a podium place. He lost a lot of time letting his teammate through, and now he's going to hold up Yannick for as long as he can. That is great team strategy for McLaren, and now they're really likely to win this race, aren't they? So Single Glory Is he gonna be able to defend from Yannick? He's gonna hold him up for quite long here, isn't he? But he's losing time to Eddie. I think, yeah, team orders are going to prevail. Oh, that's Kimmy. That's Kimmy spun out. Kimmy has spun off on that deadly curve. Yannick goes through. Oh dear, no. So Kimmy has possibly thrown a win on the bin. That curve has caught him out. So his teammates on the pit, so now he's going to have to go 2 seconds and marching up against Yannick. Does Yannick have a warning or anything? I'm going to check now. He has 2 warnings and Kimmy has nothing. So Kimmy's bets now are on a possible penalty for Yannick for corner cutting. But he needs to gain those 2 seconds back from a mighty spin. Erdy now, is he going to get past Single Glory? He's not. So Erdy dropped quite a bit back on the last lap. He's now far back Single Glory, but on penalties he's currently inheriting 3rd place and the podium position. Oh dear. Kimmy absolutely spinning on his own at that turn, and he is now pushing as hard as he can to cut the gap down to Yannick. Yannick is keeping it flawless, keeping on the track. He must keep it on the track. He does not want to get any kind of warning, because a little warning is going to give him a penalty. But look at that, Kimmy has cut down 5/10 on this lap. So Kimmy cutting down the gap. He might be able to overtake Yannick on track. This will be a brilliant battle here. Kimmy definitely pushing hard. He's in the 21.2, fastest lap of the race. So, that's going to be a hectic battle on the final laps of this race. Kimmy now out in turn 3. 1.5 is the gap that he's got to take away, and he is flying to catch back to Yannick. Kimmy has been faster than Yannick all day long, but a little spin on sector 3 on that curb could cost him a victory, but he's taking that gap quickly. And look how he goes. He might just get DRS on this lap on the main straight. If he can get 1/10 down on this sector, he can get DRS to attack on the next lap. Yannick just wanted to keep it on track and going as fast as he can to defend from Kimmy. And here we're going to see the DRS detection just a few inches away. Oh, and he's not going to get it by 1 millitenth. Are you kidding me? So Kimmy does not get DRS by 1 millitenth. So that could cost him. And Russo for the 3rd time has spun out on sector 3. Is that going to cost the front runners? No, he's gone off the track. So he's ghosted. So not going to get on the way of the leaders. But this is the battle. Ultimate battle for the win. And already on the first race they're having quite a bit of action here for the podium. It is Kimmy versus Yannick. All eyes are on those two now. Kimmy 4/10 back. He's definitely quicker, but can he overtake? How is Yannick going to defend? Hopefully they don't crash, because we want to see more of this battle. Kimmy already on the DRS, too far on this straight, but he gets closer for a shot on the next straight. Kimmy has just got to keep himself calm, and Yannick as well. Yannick, as I said many times, just got to keep it on track and not get any penalties, because that would definitely cost him a win against Kimmy. So now onto the final corner. Kimmy quite close to Yannick now. He's going to have the DRS on mode 4, has quite a lot of battery to deploy here. This is the battle for the lead. Kimi versus Yannick. Yannick versus Kimi. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go for the outside. Kimi going into turn one. Yannick breaks late, and they make contact. Kimi goes off the track, and when he comes back, Yannick is back on the lead of this race. Was that a clean move by Yannick? But he defends his place from Kimi, at least for this lap, so he's gonna get a 1 second breathe against the McLaren. But how is it going to be in the next laps? They're both still really close to each other. This is the most hectic battle that I have seen in the history of FTRS as a commentator. So now Kimi close to Yannick, going into a DRS zone, but too far for an overtake. That's not going to be a dive bomb for him. Oh, and he nearly hits Yannick. Had to go a little bit wide. Yannick goes wide. And oh, nearly spinning out again on that curve. The gap 6/10. It has increased on the last couple of corners. But Kimi now, if he can get close to Yannick, it can get good for him on the straight. He's really close. Mode 5, all the push that he needs to get back onto the lead of the race. Kimi on the DRS, going around the long way, on the outside. Yannick, no way he can defend from that. It is Kimi back to the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix after a spin. Kimi is back onto the top. And what a battle that was between those two drivers. Fair play to both of them. Kimi on the lead of the race, and Yannick in second place. Now Yannick, if he can catch back, that would be a miraculous catchback by him. He's got older tyres, and we've seen that Kimi is faster than him on race pace. And there's no yellow flags in sector 2. I don't see anybody spun out or anything. But Kimi on the lead. So Yannick getting a penalty. So that's definitely going to cost him. Kimi for the fastest lap. So Kimi on prime position to win the pre-season testing race. Yannick is still on his DRS range though. But Yannick would need to pull away 3 seconds. If I was Kimi, if Yannick tried to pull out an overtake move on me, I would absolutely let him through and follow them, because on penalties Kimi would win either way. So Single Glory far ahead of Verdi. How many penalties does Single Glory have? I've not counted. Oh, he has 6 seconds. So it's going to be close between Verdi and Single Glory, as the gap currently is 6.8. So another big battle to end this race. It is Single Glory versus Erdi for the podium place. Erdi needs to get 7/10 away from Single Glory on those 3 laps remaining. Here they go, out onto the final corner. Kimi on the lead, 8/10 away from Yannick. Yannick too far to pull out any kind of move. Yannick 21.7 on that last lap. Kimi was a bit quicker, I think. So into turn 1, they're both very close. 2 laps remaining on this hectic race. 7 seconds now is the gap between Nerdy and Single Glory. The yellow flags once again in sector 3. I don't see anybody off at sector 3. Was that for Russo? Maybe it was, but anything it was, it's now fixed. No safety cars in this race, and Kimi flied today. He had some good pace yesterday in tier 1 as well, so really good race by Kimi. Yannick still on the DRS, Hopefully they don't collide on this last straight. Yannick is quite close to Kimi, but he goes off the track. Oh, and depending. Yannick's lanes out in turn 3 had not been very good. He's now 8 tenths far back from Kimi, and he lost that gap all again. 9 tenths, beginning the final lap of this race for Kimi as he goes into the lead of the race on the final time around. Kimi, final lap, 7 tenths ahead of Yannick, and Yannick's got yet another penalty, so now it's definitely over for him. He's got 6 seconds of penalties right now, doesn't he? Yes, 6 seconds on penalties. He got 2 warnings on the previous lap and 1 warning on the first corner, so the gap technically 7 seconds from Kimi to Yannick. What a race this was. Few drivers, but a lot of drama, and this undebatable, a really great race. Kimi out in sector 3 now. Want to keep it flawless for one more time around this curve. He's going to back off. He's just going really conservative. Just wanted to bring the car home. Kimi overcame a spin, was on pole position, nearly led all the laps of this race. He's going to go out on the chicane for the final time, and onto the final corner. It's going to be Kimi who wins the pre-season testing race at Barcelona with the fastest lap on the last time. Yannick in second place, really good race by him as well, and Single Glory pulled out 7 seconds. He is likely to get that third and last podium place. He goes out onto sector 3. If he gets a warning now, that would be embarrassing. But out of the final corner flawlessly. And Single Glory finishes in 3rd place. Erdi is going to go out in 4th. Schumacher still a bit far back on 5th place. And Russo will finish 6th. And what a race that was, what a battle. We had really much tension between those drivers. Schumacher, P5 for him, not the best race. And Russo is finishing his sector. And the race is done and dusted. What a win for Kimi after that spin. And it is the Uruguayan putting up his flag on the top. And now for the podium. It's all celebrations for McLaren, a double podium on this pre-season race. They would wish this would count points for the championship. But what a race that was. That was really enjoyable. We thank everyone here for watching, and I will see you for Australia in 3 weeks.